The Sandy and Toddcast is a Mind Garden Media podcast in association with
Screw You, Todd
Productions. We're live.
Hi, Todd.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I didn't get a chance to tell you because you and Sudie were for 10 minutes. Can you just your mic down just a little bit? I think.
How's that? Is that better?
I think that's better. Thank you.
Perfect.
There we go. There we go. We are ready to go here.
Woohoo! We are ready to go. Woo Wednesday. I love Sudie. Just saying.
I know those two get on and they're talking about hair and they're talking about female stuff and they're talking about all sorts of stuff. And I'm just sitting here going, oh my God, somebody shoot me.
He's so totally ignoring us. It was not really though, but ignoring us.
Look who's listening, who's on tonight. Holly's on with us tonight. Hey, Holly.
Hi, Holly. Betsy's on, Jay's on, Renee, Vicky. The whole gang is here tonight. I'm so excited. Yay.
It should be another good one tonight. Tonight, we're actually doing an intuitive workshop, which will be interesting. We did one of those before with Sudie. That was a lot of fun. And then we're going to talk about some other stuff with her too. So
yeah. She's like, she knows it all. She knows everything because we were talking.
Don't say that. Don't tell her that at all because that will just if you've never seen her head go boom.
Yeah. Leave her alone. She's my friend. Yeah, no, Sudie is wonderful. She's really great. And it was funny because her last intuitive workshop that she did with us on a live cast for a Woo Wednesday was our audio cast for this week.
Correct. And
it was the intuitive session and she didn't know. But I was tagging her, but she didn't know, even though it says, explore your intuitive side with Sudie. So she's sharing everything too, but that's very, very nice. Spreading the love around.
I think she's been wrapping up some classes, so I'm not going to give her too much grief about that.
I know. So she was surprised. She said she loves doing this stuff. So that's exciting. So, but you have been working at your new job.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
Good.
Do you like it?
Yes.
I act like I don't know any of it. I'm like, but yeah, so this is your last week of training though, right?
No.
How much do you have? I thought you only did 3 weeks. Really?
No, 3 weeks of the initial training and then there's weeks of training after that.
Oh, I must have misunderstood. So, yes. But you're liking it?
It's fine. It's work in the real world, so it's not radio work, and that's a little tough.
Different.
It's different. I do really like it. I like the company. But I'm still doing a lot of radio work and still doing the podcast stuff. So I'm probably time-wise as busy as I've ever been.
Yeah.
But the stress level is much less, which is really what I was hoping for. So
that's actually a really good thing.
Mm-hmm.
At least even if you're spending the same number of hours or even a little bit more, to not have to do it with all that stress really does make a difference. So that's
absolutely.
Very, very good. Very good.
Kind of interesting this Sunday, the TV show that I'm a part of, Haunted State on Amazon Prime Video, is doing some filming. So I'm very excited about that. I can't see where the location is, but that'll be on Sunday. So I'll be traveling on Sunday. I'll be gone most of the day. I think we're probably looking at filming actually 2 different shows at that time, the Haunted State show and one other one, which again, I can't talk about. But it'll be a busy little Sunday and then it'll be back into another work week ahead of us. So
Sunday's going to be a lot of fun for you, but a busy day for you. But it's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting. That's how we met. Your TV show. I stalked you, or so you say. I stalked
it was
you.
Definitely stalking.
Yeah,
it was
whatever.
Definitely stalking. I've got written proof of some of the stuff she said to me the first time she met me. It's not good.
I said I wasn't going to wave at you in your messenger like a stalker. I believe that's the first line I said. I just was
You know
talking
what?
to
That's
you.
what stalkers say. I'm just saying.
You're such a pain. You're just such a pain. I know, Tammy, isn't that great that he's got all this cool stuff going on?
I got to tell you a quick story.
I am not a creeper, Jay.
I got to tell you a quick story. So one of the stations I work for here kind of locally, a lot of the people I don't know that well because I work from home. So I've never met half the people I work with at the station. So a couple of months ago, I think back in May, they had a Christmas party because in radio, you never take your Christmas parties at Christmas time, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, hey, Jet. So we had a Christmas party in May and I met all the staff, which was great. And they're great people. So last night I was chatting with my cousin Tammy, who's been on the show before.
Mm-hmm.
And she sent me a picture. Her and someone else. And I said, who is that in the picture with you? Because I thought I knew who it was, but I was like, how the hell do you know this person? Turns out it's one of the employees at the radio station. They were both out for dinner. They started chatting each other up. My cousin said, where do you work? She said where she worked. She goes, oh, I know Todd. So then there was a big Todd love fest.
Aw, isn't that great?
Yep.
Just a big Todd. Everywhere you go. That's what Sudie was just saying, too.
Exactly.
Everybody loves you, Todd.
And life is a big Todd fest. Love fest.
Yeah, it is. Life is a big love fest. That should be a song of some sort. Maybe we should do a whole episode on how much we love Todd.
Hey, really briefly, before we bring Sudie out, reminder that coming very soon, we're going to have details on our monthly little group that we're putting together, which will allow you not only to support the podcast, but also allow you to get some really, really cool stuff from us. Some of it literally handmade by team members of this group. And believe it or not, we do have some talents.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if I had any I will be honest. I didn't know if I had any talents. Not in that way. I'm not good with that kind of stuff, but I did find some stuff that I put together and I think it's pretty cool. And I'm pretty proud of myself. So I'm just kidding. Or I'm just happy. I'm just reading Vicky's response to Jay.
Yeah,
please don't encourage him, Jay. No kidding. So, but I am just pretty proud of myself and happy.
Whoa.
So that's going to be really exciting.
It's a Todd Love Fest every day, every year, all around the world. Yes.
So really quick, though, before we bring Sudie on, let's talk about, not next week, because next week I'm going to do a cemetery tour, and we're going to talk about a really, really old hamlet, right, not even 5 minutes from where I have my seasonal camp, called Peterborough. And we happened upon the cemetery about a month ago, and just so many cool things about this cemetery. So next week we're going, that's on Wednesday, right? Next week we're going to do a cemetery walk in Peterborough. So that's going to be really cool. I'm going to do that one with you. And then the week after, our amazing witch, Erin, will be with us. And something really creepy happened to me last weekend. And I'm not going to give all the details now. I'm going to wait until Erin's on with us. But something really creepy happened that freaked me out. And believe me, I was so freaked out. I was so scared.
She was almost crying to me on the phone.
I literally was. I'm not even going to say anything. And I didn't know what to make of it. And I messaged Erin really quick because Erin is a witch. And I'm thinking, okay, if somebody knows about this stuff, it's going to be Erin. And so we decided to talk about it when they are on with us in 2 weeks. So you guys aren't going to want to miss this because this was really creepy and crazy. And if anybody has any ideas, they could share it with us too.
So, and of course, you know, the girl who shouldn't be doing some of the stuff she does.
I was waiting.
Goes ahead and dives right into this thing. You know, you just happen to find something lying around. What do? You open it up and you have to see what's in it. Or not.
It was creepy.
You see a black mist and you have to walk through it.
I was waiting for the black
Or you've got to go to the jail when Holly says, don't go to the jail, just out of the blue. You still go because that's how you are, right? Right?
Let me just say, it was a case where I thought it was something else. I really did think it was something else. I had no idea until I actually saw
Would
what
you think it was lunch?
No. No. All right, we got to stop because I don't want to give it away to everybody, but it was really, really scary. Like I will say this much. I literally was saying a Hail Mary, I was saying a Hail Mary. I was saying an Our Father, and I was praying to St. Michael as I walked back to the car. That's how scared I was when this all went down. So,
and here's the message I get.
And I'm not even a practicing Catholic. I'm spiritual.
And here's what I get as a message. Like, what's going on?
I was a mess.
So do you know the episode, the last scene in Blair Witch Project where she's talking into the camera and she's crying and her nose is running? That's what I was getting on Facebook.
I was not that bad, but I think I was kind of close.
I'm so sorry. You know, that whole crap.
And of course, I'm looking to get some sort of support here that you're not, you don't have some sort of an attachment now. And he's just like, well, I don't know.
Sounds kind of bad. Sounds bad to me. Sounds kind of bad.
Thank you for that. Thanks for supporting me on that one.
I don't know if you should have looked at that.
It was scary. So
I want to touch that. Think you better go take a shower. Of holy
it was
water.
Freaky as hell. I don't know. Mickey says don't go to Todd for support. Exactly.
Here's why. I will always support. But the truth of the matter is, I will always tell you what I think.
I know.
And sometimes I will be honest, sometimes it's not buffered with any kind of kindness.
Right.
It's usually you just did the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. Is usually what it ends up.
But it wasn't stupid because I honestly literally thought it would be I didn't think that it would be what it ended up being. So that's why I was just like, "Oh my God, it took me by surprise."
You are Mrs. Kravitz on Bewitched. You're looking in everybody's freaking windows. You want to know why there was no lawn out there earlier, but now there's a full lawn in front of the house.
I'm inquisitive. I got to know. You know what? I thought the creepiest thing that was going to happen to me was that there was like a slug on this thing when I picked it up, and that creeped me out. That's what I thought was going to be. That's what I thought was going to be it.
That was nothing.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Nothing.
So anyway, so in a couple of weeks, we'll talk about it with Aaron. It's going to be quite an interesting story. You have to put Jesus on speed dial or the self-help line. I never in my life encountered anything like that, and you don't think that you're ever going to encounter anything like it. So I just never thought. Not where I was, not like that. So anyway.
All right.
Anyways, let's bring Sudie. Let's bring Sudie on.
We know her. We love her. You know her. You've come to love her. Ladies and gentlemen, to be here tonight for a little workshop action with us, Sudie Crouch is here. Ladies and gentlemen, there she is.
Hi, Sudie.
Hey, I was sitting here going, oh my gosh, what happened, Sandy?
I'll have to fill you in later. You're just going to be like, oh my goodness.
Yes, I want to hear about this.
Thanks to Jay and Todd for being so supportive.
No, really, it really is. It's typical Sandy stuff. Typical,
It's not. That's never happened to me before. Anyways, thank you for joining us tonight. We're very excited to have you back.
It's never happened to her before.
Thank you so much for having me back. Hey, Vicky. Hey, everybody.
I'm just reading.
I'm just watching Todd's face and the way he's just like.
He loves the control of having that button so he can put everybody's comments up there.
No, not at all. I'm trying to do that and this, and I'm just sitting here thinking, you're so full of crap. Like, she's always like, well, I didn't do anything. It was okay. Everything was fine. And, she would be the one to open the coffin. If there happened to be a coffin that was just laying there, she would be the one to open it, And then she'd go, well, I didn't think there'd be anything in there. I'm so surprised.
I actually would open the coffin. I would. I'm sorry. I would.
Yeah.
I'm inquisitive. I have to know what's going on. I
She's
should
the one
have
as a-
more
He was
fear
in
than I
there.
do, I guess.
What's that?
was buried alive, and she needed to save them.
There was last year, there was a video going around. I think it was in South America, and somebody was videoing like a funeral with a coffin that got lowered, and they had, for some reason, a window. I was just looking at it today. A window in it, and you could kind of see like a hand go up in the video, and people are like freaking out. It was really weird. That just reminded me of that. Anyways.
You just need to not. You just need to not. That's all I can really say is you just need to not.
He loves me. Anyways, here we go.
Hey, before we get into the workshop, I do want to talk about another project that you work on. We know you as Woo Wednesday Sudie, obviously, but you are a fantastic writer. Not only has she written a book that includes her and I as characters in a book, but she also does great wisdom from her family as well.
Thank you. That is so sweet. I do write a column for 2 newspapers, and it is kind of based, it's called Mama Said, and it's kind of like if anybody has got that strong, domineering mother in their life, it's kind of how like my grandmother would try to tell my mother what to do, and then my mother's words of wisdom to me, and then now that I'm a parent. And it's real funny because like I've always said that my mom and my grandmother are the two, like the angel and the devil on my shoulder, and they're both redheads. And my mom's the good angel. She's the one sitting there telling me, be kind, be nice. And my grandmother is the one that, would be sitting there saying, smack them upside the head or do something. Granny loved Todd, never met Todd, always wanted to know, does Todd like older women? That kind of stuff.
Everybody loves Todd. We had corn in common. Remember, we loved corn. That's why.
But so that is kind of the basis of my column. So, but it's some humor in there, and just some. I remember people used to say that my column reminded them of Rhonda Rich's, and I personally don't think so, because Rhonda's got like this kind of like fabulous life where it's like she's married to a Hollywood producer and all this stuff, and she's the best-selling author. And I'm very open about my messiness and about how I do stuff and I mess up. And it's kind of like just the truth of that, because like there's the themes of how my mom's always, like one of the things I've just recently at 48 years of age stopped getting the law school brochures, to where she has sent them to every place I lived and called at random law schools. Which the other day she told me that I could read law in Vermont, meaning I didn't have to go to law school, but I could just stay. She's like, we could move to Vermont. And she's got that little sweet little Southern. I mean, she really is like one of the sweetest, kindest people ever. But she's like, we could go to Vermont. And every time something goes wrong, she's like, well, if you had only gone to law school. So,
what I love about your writing is truly how relatable on every level it is. We all have somewhere in our family a story, maybe not the same story, but a very similar story. And they sort of get passed down, from one generation to another, grandma to mom to daughter to granddaughter. And they're just so relatable and so easy to relate to. And I just love your writing. I think it's fantastic. Everybody should check it out.
Well, thank you so much. It's one of those things I've just enjoyed doing, and have been very fortunate and blessed to have the opportunity to do it and to reach the audience that I do. And so I don't know, it's hard for me to take compliments. So thank you.
It's not easy to write well. You really have to have a knack for it. Todd will always say to me, can you write it up? Because you're so much better at that than I am. Some people just don't have that same ability. And you just write so beautifully.
So somebody's asking for Tammy's asking for the name of your book.
It is Mama Said, a collection. I think it's a deep fried collection of wit, wisdom, and humor. And then the book about where we're the characters is the Dahman Files. And I've actually been working on the sequel, and I dug it up a few weeks ago and was reading through it because it was kind of spooky. And I've just got to get back into that time and place where I was writing that. And then I've launched a new, on Kindle Vella, it's a new paranormal romance, and it's called The Heart of the Beast, and it's under my pen name of Sabrina Cole.
So now, wait a minute. Am I in that book? Am I the Beast? I'm just asking.
You're a beast.
It's a romance.
So can't I be? Do I have to just be a normal guy? Can't I be a romantic character in a novel?
I will make you a romantic character in a novel. Well, in the Dahman Files, you had a romantic episode in there because they're like little individual. Remember the one where the girl you were dating, but then her husband, the ghost of her husband and stuff?
That's awesome.
God, I don't remember that. Was that the one that included cheese?
Cheese?
Was the one that had cheese in it? Wasn't there one about cheese? There is. There's one about cheese in there. It's called something about cheddar, isn't it?
Death by Cheddar.
Death by Cheddar. That's right.
Ah.
I was like, what?
It's Wisconsin. Of course, there's going to be cheese in one of the stories, right?
Or cheese curds or squeaky
something.
cheese. Or...
Cheese
Can't
wheel
wait to get me some cheese from Wisconsin.
Spreadable cheese. That's right. There is one about cheese, Vicky said. So
now I have to go back because I have a copy. Now I have to go back and read because I read it like so long ago. Now I have to read it again.
That's a good one. It's definitely a good one. Hey, let's talk about what you want to do tonight as far as the workshop is concerned.
Sure thing. Well, I have got 2 exercises for everybody that was here for the last one. I didn't show you what y'all were having to try to pick up on. Tonight, I'm going to show you one of the items, and then another one, if y'all could get like a pen and a piece of paper, because we're going to have 10 cards. We're going to work on just what you pick up. It's just kind of a telepathic exercise to see if you can pick up the cards. They're just regular playing cards, but I've got 10 and I've numbered them with little sticky notes 1 through 10, and I just pulled them randomly. So it was off the top of the deck. It was not like, oh, I'm going to trick them up or anything. So I've got those ready, and that one I'm going to just hold it up and you'll see the number 1 on the back of the card, and then you'll write down what you pick up. Like if you pick up, it's a red card. If you can pick up this suit of the card, the number, what it is, write down everything that you pick up on it. Okay. Even if you think it's wrong, write it down.
Okay.
And so we'll need a pen and a piece of paper for that one. And then the other one, I'm going to show you an object, and I want y'all to pick up what you can about it, just to see.
Okay. That sounds like fun.
You were talking before the show. There was something else that you wanted to talk about, and I don't remember what it was, but there was something else that you were going to chat about tonight. What was that?
Well, we were talking about a lot of stuff besides just hair and other stuff.
But a lot of hair.
Well, it was a lot of hair, but we were talking about there's some solar flares, and there is some planets going retrograde still. Because you were mentioning how you weren't feeling like up to snuff because you've been having a headache, and I was saying that there's solar flares, and those can affect our energetic field. And, you know, our bodies are made up of energy, and we process everything. And I do have a chakra clearing exercise that I actually got from a coworker. I want to give her credit for that because I did not come up from this. This is something that a dear friend of mine and a coworker named Carmen Bergen did a few weeks ago in one of our classes. And I wrote it down because I was like, this is incredible. And it's so beneficial. Because one of the things that when you're clearing your chakras, you're addressing those fears that come up. Right. And it's amazing how light and how open that helps us feel when we do that. So we can even do that, and that'll take a few minutes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, so if y'all want to do it now.
Yeah, why don't we do it now, and then we'll do the other stuff later.
Okay.
Tell
Well,
us what we got to
everybody-
do. You're in charge.
Okay. Ooh, he will never say those words again, Sandy. Write that down. 8:25
Never.
p.m. today. He said, I'm in charge. So everybody
This,
just
this
get
is what you get for saying that. That's what you get. Just like that.
What did you do? Where did y'all go?
He's
Come
such
back.
a pain. No, just stop that. Oh my God. Dear
All right.
Lord. All right.
Well, everybody just get relaxed. I always tell folks, usually like if we're doing it like in a Zoom meeting, you would say people could turn their cameras off if they want to, but they can't. We can't see them. So just get relaxed where you are. Close your eyes and just take a few deep cleansing breaths to just kind of like breathe in that prana and just let it out slowly. So that way you can just focus on your breathing. And we're going to start at our base chakra. And that's down like below our, like under our belly, like right there, like around our pelvic region. That's our root chakra. And just focus on that chakra for just a few moments. And when that chakra is blocked or cloudy, it can have us feeling fear. We can feel a great sense of fear. This is when we're feeling insecure. We're worried about things like money, feeling unstable. And the opposite of that feeling is feeling safe and supported. So when you're focusing on that chakra, focus on the things that make you feel safe and supported. The color mostly associated with this is red. So as you're thinking on that chakra, just visualize a circle of red just spinning around it. So it's just like clearing it. It's like a little chakra Roomba, and it's just kind of buzzing over there. And it's going in a clockwise position, and it's just kind of getting it clear. And then move on up to like your belly button. That's your sacral chakra. And as you're focusing right there, there might be feelings of guilt coming up, where we're feeling guilty about things that we didn't do. We don't feel good enough. An affirmation to help clear this chakra and to challenge those thoughts is, I am good just as I am. I am enough. So focus on that feeling and that thought, and then visualize an orange circle spinning over that chakra and flooding it with just orange light. And now as you move up between like your breastbone and your stomach is your solar plexus. This is where our feeling of shame may be seated right here. When we're feeling like we're ashamed of something, we get that feeling in our gut. To challenge that feeling of shame, repeat the affirmation, I am worthy, I am powerful. The color associated with that chakra is yellow. So just envision that circular motion with a yellow light healing and clearing that chakra. And now we're going to move up to our heart chakra, which is really in the center of our chest, but it does connect all the other chakras. And this is how we connect to our higher self. This is what helps connect us to others. It's what helps connect us to our higher good and to the greater good and to the collective unconscious. Everything goes through our heart chakra. In this chakra, when it's cloudy, we're carrying grief. That's why you hear people say they have a broken heart, because grief sits in that chakra. As you focus on that chakra, I want you to feel unconditional love and acceptance and what that feels like. Sandy had even said that everything that we needed a love fest. So let's focus on having a love fest there in that chakra. Even though we think pink is the color of a heart, usually green is associated with this chakra. And it also ties us to our money as well. So just visualize a green healing energy in your heart chakra. And then we're going to move up to our throat chakra. And it's right here in our throat. These are the lies we tell ourselves when it's blocked. The things that we say to ourselves and to others, but that we start to hold as truths. And when this chakra is blocked, we can't find our words, we can't communicate. To challenge that chakra, hold the affirmation, I know truth, and I am connected and supported. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. I am confident and able to speak my truth. And see this as a blue light clearing that chakra. Your third eye is right here up above your brow bone. And this is the illusion that we're separated from others. And this is also like how we get our intuition, which is important for us as we do this workshop tonight. And so the challenge affirmation there is I know truth and my spiritual self is connected and supported. This is a violet color. That's why you often see things that have purple or violet. That's meaning that it's a psychic intuition. And that's because it's working on this chakra right here. And then the top of our head is our crown chakra. This is where our old belief systems may block our crown chakra. To challenge that and to clear it, think of how you're connected to source and trust the process of light. That color is white. Now envision that white light coming down on your crown chakra. And then as it clears that crown chakra, it goes all the way from the top of your head, all the way down your body to help cleanse your whole auric field and all of the rest of your chakras and covers you in that holy white light. And then take a few moments to open your eyes and come back.
I was pretty sure Sandy fell asleep, to be honest with you.
No, I was really
I
concentrating.
think I heard a little snoring going on there.
Every single chakra, I'm like, oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. I'm blocked. The whole thing's blocked right now. So it does make a difference. You can definitely feel a difference if
and
you
we
do
can
it.
get them blocked so often just throughout our day. It's like you feel that pit of your stomach when something happens, or you feel something in your heart.
Right.
You can always feel that. And then I always say my third eye, and my son and husband just came home, so you're going to hear the dogs have like a massive meltdown.
It's fine.
It's okay. We're used to it.
But that's why, our chakras are there to kind of, they're energy gateways in a way. So they're there to kind of help us process and filter, and they can get clouded, murky, and blocked. So it's always good to kind of do like a little self-check, just to see what's going on and how you can challenge it.
Yeah. Last week was a really bad week for me, a really tough week. And I think a lot of it had to do with the blocking of, I just didn't feel right. Nothing felt right to me last week. Nothing, I wasn't myself most of the week. So I do wonder if it did have something to do with just a buildup of all of that kind of stuff. So that's why, Todd, I wasn't falling asleep. I was just really trying to sort of unblock and cleanse. And I thought that was wonderful.
Very good. I'll have to do it later when I can actually listen back and not be worried about some of the other stuff. But
Yeah.
it was relaxing just to kind of listen to you talk and chill out a little bit. So I'm going to definitely focus on the crown chakra.
Yeah, without a doubt. Vicky says she needed that too. Thanks, Sudie. So
You are welcome, Vicki.
All right, let's talk about this little workshop. Get us started. What can we do?
Go.
Okay, we're going to start with our cards.
Okay.
All right.
So, and I'm going to try to go slow and talk a little bit because I know the minute my son and husband walk in, I try to get everything ready, like have the puppy food up there on the stove, because Mia, our 5-month-old German Shepherd, is very hungry, and you will hear her bark, and she sounds like she's a much bigger dog than what she is. She's just a puppy.
Alrighty.
But what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to concentrate. And I want you to go ahead and number on a piece of paper or whatever y'all have got, 1 through 10, because there will be 10 cards. And to show y'all, see, I've got them numbered ahead of time. And That way you'll know, because I'm going to set them down. And then after we go through them, then I'm going to show what they are.
Okay.
All right.
Very good.
So, and like I've always say, focus on what you pick up, how you pick it up, what you sense, and go with your gut on this.
Okay.
So are y'all ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's do it.
This is card 1. So just write down what you pick up. If it's a red or a black card, if you can figure out what card it is. These are just regular, like you would play poker or gin rummy with. So that was card 1. And this is card 2. And just focus and just try to see, like, sometimes it can help to like look at it and pretend, a lot of our intuition is sometimes we have to get outside of our heads. We have to quit trying to think, no, I'm not going to do that. That sounds silly. You have to sometimes suspend disbelief and say, I've got x-ray vision. I can see right through that. Because sometimes when we tell our mind we can do something, we can kind of get a flash of it. So this is card number 3. Let me hold it up there a little bit longer because Sandy looked like she was looking. I wish I could see everybody that's in our chat tonight so I could kind of.
No.
This is card 4. And then let's see, this is card 5. I'm just impressed with the fact that I wrote the numbers big enough to where they were visible.
You did a really good job. Or they weren't backwards, or you got it. You got
I
it.
use like this big super size like Sharpie. Like when my son asks for a Sharpie and I hand him this, he's like, do you have something smaller? And then this is card 6. And again, just focus, just take a moment and then just kind of go with whatever comes to you first. And with the playing deck of cards, it's either red or black. And then you've got ace through king. So card 7. I'm going to hold it up there just for a second longer so that way everybody, I don't want to rush through them. And then this is card 8. And then this is card 9. And Todd's looking like he knows. He's sitting there like,
I know. He's like, he's in charge.
and the last card.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to turn them over, but remember, just think about how, because I know Todd would say there was wrong answers, but I kind of feel like this helps strengthen your intuition muscles, because intuition is a muscle. And, pick up, like sometimes people say, well, I got the number right or whatever, but I didn't get the actual, like if it was red, black, or whatever it was, if it was a diamond or a cups or not a cups, but like a clubs, get my tarot mixed in with my regular card.
So let's put the card up one more time without us seeing it, and then let people, if they want to, they can respond on the message. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but go ahead and put what your intuition was telling you, and then Sandy and I will share what our intuition said.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
I have no idea how I'll do with this. This is fun.
Okay, here's card 1.
So the only thing I came up with this one, and again, you can share by putting a message in. The only thing I got on this one is that it was a red card. What about you, Sandy?
I just took the first things that came to me. I said it was red, it was a hearts, and it was 4.
Do y'all want me to go ahead and reveal what it is so that way?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. I didn't know if we were going to do that now or if you wanted me to do it like.
Nope. Go ahead now. I'm putting
we'll
up
do them one at
people's
a time.
guesses. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, completely off with that one. I was my own buzzer on that one.
You might have to do that tonight by yourself.
Are ready
Okay.
for card 2?
Yep.
Yes, this is fun.
So go ahead and share what you think your card number 2 was. The only thing that I saw was that it was a number card and that it was a black card.
I got red, hearts, and a jack.
Renee says 2 hearts. Jason said 5 of clubs. Jet says jack. Tammy said black, maybe 10 of clubs.
Ooh, all kinds of good answers.
Vicky went with black. What do we got? Oh!
I got 1 out of the 3.
And keep track of what y'all are guessing because I'm wondering if y'all might be picking up because, like I said, I pulled these just 10 cards off the top of the deck. Maybe y'all are picking up something in the group. So kind of keep track of what you're guessing,
Sure.
especially if y'all are hitting those specific ones, like seeing a jack of hearts or something like that. So that way you can see. And Tammy saying strike 2.
Strike 2.
All right, let's show number 3 again. I said that it was a red face card.
I said it was a 6 of spades. So black.
What else? What else did everybody see out there? Tammy said, "Oh, she said strike 2." Sorry, we already saw that one. Ace of spades, 3 diamonds,
Red 4.
red 4, jack of spades. All right, let's see what we got.
Ooh, nothing.
5.
Didn't you say it was red though, Sandy?
No, I said a black 6 of spades.
Oh, did Todd? One of y'all said it was red,
I said it was a red face card, though.
and then I think someone I saw in the thing, but it goes so fast. Somebody did pick up like it was a red card, and I think it was like a 4 or 6.
4. Yep, Tammy
Yep,
had a 4.
Tammy
Yep.
had 4. Yep.
All right, number 4. The only thing I picked up on number 4 was that it was hearts.
I had 2 of diamonds, red.
Let's see what anybody else has here.
Anybody else? The guess?
Jason has diamonds. Tammy had black 3. I don't think any of us should go to Las Vegas.
Nobody
anytime
should be gambling.
EJ says Joker. Joker.
I actually think I have the Joker out.
Okay.
Oh.
Face card king. Okay. I think we got everybody on this round that came through. So what do you got? King of clubs.
Ooh.
So that was Jet.
Yep.
This would be like if I was doing a reading, this card would be like, I would say it would look like Todd. Because when I do a reading with these and I see a king of clubs, I usually associate that with a dark-haired male with light-colored eyes, either blue, green.
Oh, God.
That would be me. Yes. Okay. Number 5. What do we got? Number 5.
Sudie, don't encourage him.
I said spades.
I said king of clubs.
But see, you had that one, Sandy, and it was the one before it.
Yeah, true.
So you're what, delayed or something? Red queen,
No, I was probably picking up on a different card.
red ace,
Ooh, lots of reds.
red 6. See if any more come in real quick.
Oh, Jack of
Jack
Hearts.
of Hearts. Jet, you got one?
4 spades.
All right, let's see what you got. 8 of diamonds.
8 of diamonds.
So yeah, we're picking up on the red, and this is halfway through. So it's kind of like maybe the warming up, everybody was picking up red. So maybe it was you needed a few to get warmed up with to start
Could
getting
be.
those intuition juices going.
I
All
like
right.
this one a lot.
This is fun. So number 6, I said King of Hearts.
I said Ace of Spades.
So see, Sandy, you were picking up the first card.
Mm-hmm.
So Sandy's picking up on them. They're just,
Out of order.
but that's okay. She's getting close. She's pinging close.
Mm-hmm. Red 10, Black King.
It's interesting because when you think about it, that really is a possibility. I mean, it may seem like there's so many choices, but when it comes down to it, there aren't that many choices. You know what I mean? It's not like Sudie. If Sudie is holding something down in her lap, it could be anything in the world, but there aren't that many choices in a deck of cards. So it's interesting.
Diamonds Black, Jet says.
I love how you mentioned that about choices because they're
Black 10.
within the field of possibility. There are choices, and it's just being able to kind of hone in.
All right, let's see what number 6 is. 4 clubs. Do we have a winner? Any winners at all?
Well, I had black card. What do we have? 52 to be exact. Thanks, Jay.
All right.
All right, here we go.
So on number 7, I had that it was a black card and it was the number 2.
I had red 10 of diamonds.
You and I pretty much have, and I'll call it guessed, but you and I have both been total opposites. If I say red, you say black. If I say green, you say where. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's the balance. I think that's a balance there, though.
Yeah,
And
I think you're
it's-
right.
I think it's so interesting to see, these exercises because even though I have practiced as a tarot reader and intuitive for a number of years, one thing I always tell people is things are subject to change and that, there's no way to know definitely for sure on certain things because we can be picking up on different information. So this is kind of a good exercise just seeing this play out tonight with just a small field. So I think it's kind of interesting to see.
It's a very neat exercise.
All right. So one was Ace of Spades. Thank you, Tammy. All right. What do we got there at 7?
Okay, Sandy, I want to warn you. Todd's going to be insufferable with this.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yep,
God.
Thank you. Yep. I knew it.
I knew it. I knew it.
I have the power. I knew it.
I have the power.
Of Gray Skull.
I have the power of great. And I never even watched that thing, but I know that.
My brother did.
I watched it a little too much.
We had the castle, the whole 9 yards.
I was more of a Thundercats kind of gal, though.
Yeah, the Thundercat.
I was a Battle of the Planets kid. Sorry.
See?
All right. So number 8, whatever you got, let us know. And red 7 or 8 is what I got.
I had black 3 of spades.
All right. Let's see what the rest of the old clan have. If you enjoy doing these, by the way, let us know because we'll do more of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And also make sure and let your friends know. Say, hey, Sudie's going to be on tonight. We do this intuitive workshop. Yeah, I think you'd really, really enjoy it.
This is one of my favorite things that we do. I think
I do too, because it's interactive. And
I've said it before when we were talking about the first workshop that we did, that a lot of us don't have, everybody is intuitive. A lot of it depends on being able to unlock it and having confidence in yourself. A lot of it comes down to just having the confidence to know that you can unlock it. And so these are great exercises. So everybody can do it. And that's why I love it. It's so interactive. You're right, Todd.
All right, let's see what we got there.
There were some that were really, I saw someone, I think it was maybe Jet. Yes, Jet was close, super close.
So that was what I guessed on the last one. Not guessed, but that's what I got on the last one.
You're just a little slow.
I'm a little off.
Well, she's picking up, there's so many ways that, like, when you're doing, and that's like when you go to a reader, sometimes they'll be picking up a lot of information. And I keep thinking about how, like, Will and Grace, and I love that show. Mm-hmm. And there was the episode where, and I cannot, Carmen Mannheim, she was playing the psychic. Will went to go see her, and she says, give me your keys. And she's saying all this stuff. And she says, I see that there was like a redhead, and it was just somebody that you didn't get to say goodbye to. And you loved them, and they were so important to you, and you're going to have a memory from them. And Will was totally dismissing it. And he goes home, and his mom had sent him something, and it was his dog that was like a Irish setter or a golden retriever that was real kind of almost red. And it was the collar. And he said, oh, she died, and I was at college, and I didn't get to say goodbye. And so he immediately rushes back, and she's like hitting on little stuff. And she keeps saying, I'm saying just something right. With a J. So she was picking up on little things. And I was like, that's so true, because it's like the way we hear stuff and pick up stuff may not be the way the person on the receiving end is thinking it's going to be.
How many times, Sudie, have you seen, I know I have, where someone will go to a psychic, medium, tarot reader. I've had my tea leaves read before, and they'll say to you, this, and this, and you'll be like, what in the world are you talking about? I have no idea. Then when you get home and you start to think about it a little bit, you realize that, hey, that actually did make sense. They were right. So a lot of that time, you're right. A lot of it is based on interpretation of the thoughts and feelings.
Plus you're listening to the information, and you are placing what you're hearing into your specific scenarios, the ones that come to your mind. So in this case, you were talking about Will. Didn't even think about the dog. He was thinking about a human being. Right. And
exactly.
So, all right, let's go to number 9. Number 9. I just said it was a face card. That's all I could tell.
I said red diamonds, the number 8.
Let's see what everybody else picks up. And Sandy, that happens a lot. Like one time I went to a reader, and Todd knows this story. I went to this reader with a friend of mine, and I made sure I took off anything that was identifying, took off my wedding rings. I can't say like those words together, wedding rings. I have a little lisp. And the guy sat down. He was a clairvoyant. And he just looked at me and looked out the window and proceeded to tell me all this stuff. And he said, you're married, but not to the person you're supposed to be married to. And I said, oh, really? He's not supposed to be. And he said, I don't know, but he's about 6 feet tall. He has blonde hair, bluish green eyes. He used his legs for something significant. Look at Todd smirking behind his thing. And he has a tattoo on his upper right arm that's militaristic in design, but he was not in the military. And I went, I don't know nobody like that. I don't know.
So what does she do? She goes out and gets divorced and start looking for the guy. Hand to God.
The divorce was imminent.
I love Todd's interpretations of everything that happens to us.
And he said I was going to be wearing a nurse's uniform when I met him. and that a blonde-haired woman I was working with was, and I said, I think you've got this all mixed up. I used to be a medical assistant, but I never wore nurse's uniform, but I had to wear whites. And he said, no, you're going to be wearing like an old nurse's uniform, like the dress. Flash
God, that sounds like a sex story.
Flash forward a few years later, and I'm working for Clinique, so I'm wearing that white lab coat.
Mm-hmm.
And I met Lamar, and he does have a tattoo on his upper. It was a silhouette of a German Shepherd because he's all about the German Shepherds, and he had 3 at the time, and that's how we met. And he was a former professional cyclist, so that was the leg. And I kept thinking, what does using their legs mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, oh. And I remember seeing his tattoo, like one night we had gone somewhere and he had on like a short sleeve shirt or something. And he said, I need to go change and put on something else. And so when he was putting on the other shirt and I saw his tattoo and I was like, oh, dude, I'm supposed to marry you. Okay.
That was your aha moment.
That was my aha moment. And his mother is blonde. She's the one that introduced us, although that ain't her natural hair color. But that's okay.
Isn't that something? See?
All right. Oh, God. The stories that come back to me, flooding my mind, full of messed up stuff. All right, number 9 tonight. It's time to reveal it, right? What do we got?
Oh, what is it?
Yeah. It's the 9 of hearts.
So I got a red one. All right.
The only one that had red on that one was Jay.
Oh. Yep.
Okay, so
all right, here's the last one. So number 10, I said a black 6.
I said a 2 of clubs, black.
And it's important also to think, are you getting the numbers right? Because I'm seeing that's a specific thing to be picking up on too. When you're able to hone in on a number.
All right, let's turn that around, Vanna. What do we got?
Vanna. Is it in the thing?
There we go. 8 of spades.
Nobody had spades on that, but
was it Jason or Jet? I think I saw somebody say like it was an 8.
Yeah, Tammy had it. Yep. And Jay had it. Jay had an 8. Yep. I love that one. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
very interesting.
I'd love to do that again. Now you've got one more for us tonight?
I do. In the last ones, what I did was I held something back and then made y'all kind of try to pick up on it.
Yep.
But now I want y'all to pick up. This is an item. This was something given to me. And yes, it's cats. It's a little statue of 3 kitties. And they're doing the like, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil thing.
That's cute.
If y'all can see that. Because I am a crazy cat lady. I'm a crazy dog lady. I'm basically anything that's,
basically a crazy lady.
Just a crazy lady. And I
who divorces her husband and goes and looks for a blonde with a tattoo that rides a bike.
I didn't know it was the riding the bike thing, though.
Uh-huh.
I didn't.
I love it.
So I want y'all this, like if y'all were, like imagine if you walked into like a house and you picked up an object and you're trying to figure out what you can about it. Can you see who gave it to me? Can you see like maybe where I was, what time period? What do you pick up? Do you pick up any sounds? The only thing that's missing in using this kind of medium to like try to do these psychic developments is the sense of touch, because you can get a lot of stuff from touching something, just from holding it.
That's me.
I want everybody to think about this for a moment before I throw up answers, because some of us might have the same answer and I don't want to throw people off. So think about it for just a moment. I've got my guess.
I'm trying to hold it up here.
And when you feel like you know something, throw yours up. I'll share it.
And try to focus on, sometimes if you can't focus on who gave it to the person, focus on like the situation around it. Can you pick up like a holiday? Can you pick up where? And see if you can hone into that, because my memory of receiving this gift was I was in a specific place, and I remembered thinking that it was kind of cute that somebody gave it to me. And I thought it was unusual that they picked up that I liked cats.
See, now to me, that gave me a clue, but I will just, so I may be off, but my first impression is that it was your granny and that it was at a holiday or birthday or special event like that. So.
All right. I don't know. Okay. So I fortunately, unfortunately pick up a lot from touch. That is one of my, but I felt the person who gave it to you was maybe like a middle-aged female, maybe 5 to 10 years ago. Good relationship. And this is going to sound crazy, but I almost felt like a sentimentality with it, or even a slight sadness for some reason. That's what I was picking up off of it.
So we've got 3 so far that say grandma. One that includes getting it in a cottage or a cabin. Balloons were involved. Renee said coworker. Jet said road trip, someplace like Branson or something like that, like a touristy place kind of
I
thing.
love some of these answers. These are great.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Are we ready?
Yeah. Let's find out.
Okay. I was in my mid to late 20s, and it was a lawyer, so it was a coworker that I worked with, and he gave it to me as like a combination birthday Christmas gift, because my birthday's the week before Christmas. And I was kind of surprised because at the time I didn't have a cat, and I don't even think I may have had Pepper, my little beagle. So I was surprised that somebody picked up on the cat, that I liked cats. And I thought it was kind of funny. And the person was somebody that I did not like.
Ooh, interesting.
And, I mean, I was threatened to be thrown in court because of this attorney. I had a judge threaten to put me in jail.
Oh my gosh.
This attorney. So, he was not exactly one of my favorite people. So I was surprised when he gave me a gift. And I don't know if it was he felt like he had to because everybody else had given gifts and stuff. But I thought it was odd. And then I felt kind of bad because it was such a sincere gift. It was something he said, I thought you liked cats. And I was like, I've never mentioned that. So I thought it was really nice.
Wow.
I did like the gift of the bottle of vodka better from another attorney. That was a practical gift. But
That's so interesting, though. I mean, out of the blue like that, to give you a gift. Very cool. Very interesting. I, of course, batted 0 on that one. But
well, it was for like birthday Christmas, because I think it was like some of the other ones. We were doing like Christmas gifts and like, doing Christmas exchange, and they probably were saying, they had to get me something.
And well, Renee hit the nail on the head with the ex-coworker.
Yep.
Very good.
And did Renee do that on the last one too? Did Renee when we did our last?
I can't remember if she nailed one or
Renee,
not.
did you have it?
I will just also say this. Even if you batted 0 or you got 1 right, or you got a color right, or you got a number right, or the last one was the one that you thought it was 8 times ago, or whatever it was, don't be discouraged.
No.
This is not a test. This is, she got the photo right last time.
Yes. Yep.
So this is not a test. This is us trying to learn how to use what we already have.
Right. Exactly.
So,
unlocking it, bringing it out. So
right.
I think, and Sudie, maybe you'll agree with me. The important thing is to continue to do these things, either
Absolutely.
in our workshops or on your own. Grab your significant other, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, and say, hey, I learned these and let's try this and let's work on it, and that's the only way of really learning how to develop what you have.
So I've got a question for everybody that's on right now before we say goodnight for the night. One of the things that we've been thinking about doing for our monthly packages that we're putting together as a thank you for supporting us is having these workshops, having these get-togethers, not broadcast, but on the side with people like Sudie, with people like Eric, with people like Aaron, where we can do some teaching type things. Is that something that would interest you, along with getting some of the other items that we're going to give as gifts? Would being part of a very small group of people that have an opportunity to have a class or a workshop be something that you would enjoy partaking in? And if you want to just leave us a message now, or you can even do it if you're watching this later on, just pop it in the comments.
Yeah.
I would love to know how people would think about that. So
Me too. Because those are, they're so important to our own personal journey. All of us, learning more about yourself, even if you never get to the point where you say, oh, I'm so intuitive. It's that journey of becoming more confident in yourself. And I think that doing workshops like these or learning special skills or special things with all of our intuitive readers, I think that's so precious. And there's like no value on that. It's just such a cool thing to be able to do. You don't see that very often. So if, that's something that we can offer to you, we would love, love, love to do it. And I have to give a big shout out to Sudie, to Eric, to Victoria, to Aaron, for just being our soul tribe and being there with us this whole journey of ours, because you guys are just amazing. And just in the several months that I've known you, you have all taught me so much about myself. And it's really good to have that kind of tribe with you. So, look, we're getting a lot of yeses.
absolutely.
Very good.
So,
Very good.
Sudie, can you tell, before we let you go, and we're running horribly late tonight, there'll be some sort of horrible charge from the corporate office for going this late, but can you give us one quick story about your mom or granny or your grandfather or something that you can tell really quickly? That's kind of one of those little zinger stories that you're so good at telling.
Oh my goodness. Well, the one that comes to mind is, like I was saying, how my mom's always about be kind first. And she was a phone operator for years and years and years. And she was always like getting these awards and recommendations for customer service. And she's like, I don't think I need this. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be kind and nice and help people. And she would get, like, there was one customer, this was back in the days before, we had cell phones and all this stuff. So for anything you dialed 0. And she would, of course, get these, people that would, like she had one lady that she called like the drunk German lady that would get drunk and call up and tell everybody she loved them. And then there was somebody, this was back in the days of payphones where there was actual payphones and you had to put the quarters in and all this stuff. Well, she was sitting at her console next to this other operator, and the customer, she said she could hear the customer screaming and cussing at the other operator through his headset. And she had her headset on and he had his, and she could hear it. And he said, you're going to give me my bleepity bleep bleep money back right now, or you're going to put this call through and everything. And the operator told the customer, he said, sir, I have 3 buttons on this console. One will refund your money. One will put your call through. And the third one will blow that phone booth up. And it's all up to you which button I push. And I remember my mom telling me that. And I said, so what's the moral of this story, Jean? And she said, you need to be nice because you don't know what kind of button someone can push. So I carry that with me. That's Jeanism.
I love it. That's what a great way to end the night. That's fantastic.
Sudie, thanks a lot. Hang in the back room for us for just a second.
Y'all.
Okay, Sudie Crouch,
Thanks,
everybody.
Very nice. Always a pleasure to have her on. I'll give her a round of applause.
I love her. Yes. Woo. That was fantastic.
Really quick information. You can check out her Facebook page called Mama Said, collection of wit, humor, and deep fried wisdom. And you can also check her out on Eclectic Path Wellness. That is our good friend, Sudie Crouch, who we love very, very much.
Very much.
So.
And she's also on Instagram at Eclectic Path, all one word. So you can check Sudie out there too.
Well, wonderful. Well, we had a great live cast. Look for another audio cast coming out on Sunday. Make sure and tell other people about what's going on here.
Spread the love. Spread the love.
The more people that listen and watch and all that kind of stuff, the more stuff that we can do for you in return. And we will have more details very soon about those great little fun monthly things that we're going to do very soon. So
excited. So thank you guys for everything. This was really fun. We'll be back with you next week.
Have a good one. See ya.
Bye.
I guess I have to press this button here right now, but I got to find where it is. That's the one right there.